Hey, welcome back. On this episode of Tropical Glitz, get ready to talk about our Seductive series and our Luscious series and the proper ways to spray it, mix it, and get the best bang for your buck, so stay tuned.
Made in day, baby. Ooh-wee.
So we're gonna be talking about our Seductive series. So Seductive and Luscious series, they're both semi-transparent candy base coats. So what does that mean? Semi-transparent candy base coat. Is it a candy? Is it a base coat? Well, it's a little bit of both. They're a base coat hybrid, so they're semi-transparent. I mean, so there is enough pigment in there to give you coverage, but it's still semi-transparent. So depending what is the color you sprayed on top, it changes the look of the color altogether. So if you spray it over black, that we recommend, it gives you a nice darker tone. If you spray it over white, it gives you a lighter tone. If you spray it over silver, it'll give you a lighter tone. Now, it doesn't mean this is like a traditional candy. It doesn't mean that you're gonna spray it over silver and it's gonna be dramatic change effect. There's enough pigments and pearls and metallics where they're gonna sink to the bottom and the candy's gonna rise to the top and give you that beautiful candy vibe to it. So that's the biggest difference with our paint line. Our Seductive and Luscious are candy base coats. Now, both of these lines are a 1-to-1 mix, so you're gonna mix equal parts of our color to our reducer. The biggest thing you need to use is the correct reducer for the temperature that you're located in. Make sure you use the right temperature reducer, because if you're not using the proper reducer, and especially it's not our reducer, the results might be pretty terrible. You might have issues with the paint cracking, peeling, bubbling, and so on. Make sure you mix it properly. Mix all the pigments from the bottom of your paint can. And then on top of that, after you mix all the pigments and make sure they're all mixed very well, you wanna also, if you can, put it on a paint shaker and shake it properly. And once that's done, then you can properly spray it. Because if you don't mix this product and you start pouring it right out of the can, it's gonna be completely translucent because you're leaving all the pigments, all the ingredients, all the glass right in the bottom of the can, and that's what you really need. That's why we always recommend this color and these series of colors to be sprayed over black. Now, if you're not sure if you want that dark undertone to it, then maybe you should do some test spray outs. Spray it over white, gray, silver, other colors, and see what you can create and get the effect on it. Now, we do all our colors. These spray outs are all sprayed over black. They all have 4 coats over black, and this is the exact color you're gonna get. Now, if you spray it any other way, you're not gonna get the same results. If you spray 2 coats or 3 coats and you're like, hey, it doesn't look the same, well, you really need to spray 4 coats. This is what we did to match this. Now, everything's a little different. Everybody paints at a different speed and a different style. But to get the effects you want to take your time. You want to walk the car. This is not a color that I want you to paint the car in pieces. You run the risk of mismatch. Now, if you say, hey, we're going to paint the car in pieces and then we're going to finish off with 1 coat at the end or 2 coats just to even it out, be my guest, you can do that. But I'm always going to try to recommend you to paint the car all together so you don't have any mismatched panels. Even though this is a semi-transparent paint, but that's the key. It is semi-transparent. You run the risk of it mismatching if you paint the fender today and a door tomorrow, and when you put them together, they're 2 different shades. That has nothing to do with the product. It all has to do with human error. Application is very crucial. When you're dealing with custom colors, this is not your cookie cutter OEM paint job. There's a little bit more finesse in when it takes to paint these products. Same thing with our Seductive series. The difference between Luscious and Seductive is our Seductive series is a very silky, clean color. You really can't really see the metallics because we've gone through the process of grinding down the minerals, grinding down the pearls, making sure it's a really, really, really fine mica. And then as you spray it, the mica sinks to the bottom, the candy separates from it, and it gives you this gorgeous, silky candy effect. Where the Luscious has a little bit more of a grainier metallic to it. So it still gives you that candy effect, but there's a little bit more of a sparkle to it. So you get to see a little bit more of a shimmer out the color. Now, take into consideration, none of these colors have metal flake. Metal flake is a whole different process. I don't want you to purchase this product thinking that, hey, where's my metal flake? It does not have metal flake in it. It is a metallic. It is a fine metallic. If you're looking something with a more metallic metal flake vibe, I recommend you to check out our Cosmic series. Our Cosmic series has a nice, beautiful metal flake. It's a very small metal flake, but it's what gives you that luscious, vibrant sparkle. And that's the biggest difference between our Seductive, our Luscious, and our Cosmic. If you notice, our Seductive is the one with the least amount of sparkle because it gives you more of a silky candy look, where our Luscious has a little bit more of a metallic vibe to it with beautiful undertones. And our Cosmic is one, it blows you out of the water. That's the one that you think you're in space. It gives you these stars that just sparkle right underneath the candy. Big difference in colors. If you're looking for a full metal paint job, check out our other videos that we talked about Metal Flake and the application of Metal Flake, and it's a multi-layer process. For these colors, we try to make it as simple as possible. These are colors you want to spray over black sealer or a black base coat to give you this beautiful candy effect. So the biggest thing is to make sure you properly spray the paint, mix it very well before you spray the paint, strain the paint, and give it its proper drying times, what we refer to flash time. You want to be anywhere from 5, 15, 20 minutes, all depending on the temperature you're located in the part of the country you're spraying. And after everything's dried, then you can proceed to start spraying your clear coat and getting the best results you can get out of Tropical Glitz and the whole family of products. If you enjoy what you saw today on this episode, and it's a very brief episode talking about the colors, check out our website, www.tropicalglitz.net, and also check out our different social media platforms. We're on YouTube, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, everything under Tropical Glitz. Guys, the next episode, take care.